Hello, this is a prepaid debit call from an inmate at the El Paso County Criminal Justice Center.
I'm very like fashion. 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 I'm very like fashion.
These ninjas keep coming in my room and they force me to braid my hair and join the Mexican Mafia, but I don't want to be in there, but they have me put my hair in like 1,000 braids and they wouldn't leave my room. So,
We live the life.
I hate you back to other interests. Okay, bye.
Hello. How is everybody? Let me turn this mic down. I forget when I do the recording. I have to turn it down. It's been like too long and I literally forgot how to stream. When I was sharing my screen, I pushed play on the StreamYard, which obviously won't work. Or hello. Let me bring up Allie. It's so good to see everybody. I'm so glad you guys are all here. I have missed everyone, but I have been working my caboose off. And then after everything that's been happening on these streets, I went off on a side quest, and that'll be ready for you guys tomorrow. But let me bring up Allie. Here we go. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. Bentley just fell asleep
Aww.
right before we started, so it was perfect timing. And yeah, so I'm excited to be here with you. I'm so excited you're back. I've missed you. I've missed hanging out and doing these calls. Dude, true crime gets really depressing, in itself. Then you have all these wild ass creators that are doing the most in these cases. And then you have, all the shit between creator and creator. It's just so much that these calls and hanging out with you is so easy, and it's just a good time. So I'm excited to get back to it. I missed you, Bendy.
I missed you too. I missed everybody. I just I found some stuff that I forgot that I had, which led me to find other things in the document to make this second part. And then also Minnie, Bendy, and my nephew were here, and I wanted to spend time with them and stuff. And so I was, then that got my that got my shit delayed even more. And then Minnie, Bendy had some edit suggestions, and then I lost part of it. It's just been a mess, but You're right. All that stuff, all the stuff that's been, look, I'm sorry. I have to say it. I'm going to say it. And I usually don't, I don't address this kind of stuff, but I'm telling y'all right now, the stuff that I'm seeing with the Sebastian Rogers case,
Oh God.
bruh, like, come on. It's too much.
Jen.
It's too much. It's too damn much. Y'all are doing too much. You're too turned. And y'all, I like turned. Okay. Listen, Nancy Grace over there with her little bump teased way too high and way too tight. I expect her to be turned. She's turned most of the time in a way that I can enjoy. Okay. Aside from the time that she set up her table right out in front of the Idaho 4 house, that was turned in a not good way. Right. But, and I usually enjoy people who are a little thrown off. All right. But what's been going on lately is too damn much. Y'all are doing too damn much. Calm the fuck down. It's a kid.
It's disgusting. Yeah.
It's a child. We don't know what happened to him.
No, and are you not sick of already this United Cajun Navy? Like, why are these streamers streaming about that and not the case? I mean, I've seen several large creators back to back to back streaming about that. This is about Sebastian. I don't give a shit if they ask you not to film them live searching. Yeah, they want to come up with a plan and it's an open investigation. They're not idiots. Get over it. I'm sorry. I'm just so over it. I'm so over these creators thinking that they have a right to do this to people and families going through what these families are going through. I don't care, even if you think that, even when it comes to like blaming the parents and starting to like mock them and all the things that are happening, it's disgusting. What if they're innocent? You don't know.
Correct. None of us know. And spoiler alert. And I know y'all that are in the chat know because you guys watch the trials with me, but the details will come out in the trial. And guess what? Law enforcement always knows more than us. That's it. It's just facts. Yep. It's how it goes. I'll tell you right now, I'm not a big channel and I know this, but I will say this. If I were in the area or I'd made the decision to go to Tennessee to look, if they told me, if you want us to help, you can turn your camera on and it has to be stuck in your cleavage the entire time. And that's all you can film is your cleavage and your neck waddle. I would do that. I would do it. I would do whatever they ask me to do or not to do because I'm there to help, not, the cleavage and neck waddle might have been a little extra. It just pisses me off.
But did you see, they were like, all they asked for was 24 hours to come up with a plan. They even said you can record it. Just please wait and show it later so it's not like live while we're doing it.
Right.
And that was too much.
What if, and this is the thing, this is why I don't understand why it's too much. What if they were to find something? There's already been some searches and things have been found that are not Sebastian. But people think they want to see until they see. I'm telling you, you don't want to see. You don't. You'll never get that out of your head. Ever.
Nope.
Ever.
And also your audience doesn't need to see it. And also,
correct.
Is that going to help the investigation just blasting everything out that they find to the public? I mean, God.
This is it's not about it. It's not about transparency. Let me tell you why they aren't 100% transparent with the public immediately during an investigation. Okay. Because when they arrest somebody, let's say they get that person in and they, have them under arrest. They've been given their Miranda rights, all the things, right? All the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed. And they start the interrogation. And they're just chit-chatting, and the person that's, being interrogated is denying. And they go on denying for 12, 14, 15, 16 hours. Okay? Because this has happened many, many times. And then around the 17th, 18th hour, the person decides, you know what? They're on to me. I'm going to confess. Okay.
Yep.
If they confess and the things that they tell are widely known to the public, how does a detective know when they have a good confession versus a false confession? Because like it or not, accept it or not, facts is facts. I can't do nothing about the facts. I don't make the news. I'm just reporting it. There are false confessions. They do happen. They don't happen all the days or all the time in every case, but they do happen. And that is how you, as a detective, you would separate a good confession, a real true confession, from a false confession, is when the person confessing knows details that only the person who was there would know. And thank you, MK Leanne, for the 5 memberships, and Teacup Kraken, thank you for the membership. I appreciate it, for the membership gift. You guys, if you got one, thank MK Leanne, and you got to put it in the chat just like that, like 6 at Y's. It's L Lean, like that, like 2 N's at the end, 6 Y's, 2 N's. But that's how they know. Is when the 1 L, 6 Y's, 2 N's. When the details that are given are something that only the person who committed the crime would know, or somebody, or a witness. You had to be there, right? So
exactly.
That's why they don't talk about all of the things. Okay. The time to be judgy is when it gets to trial. Okay. That's literally, because guess what after a trial, what they call that? Adjudication. Judge is literally in the word. So that's when you that's the time to be judgy, is when the trial happens. When the state gets up there and they say, hey, this so-and-so did such and such on this date, and here's how we know. And they present their evidence. And that's when you're like, that doesn't make a lick of sense. Or yes,
exactly.
Okay, that seems correct. Not now. It's too early. Calm down.
Yeah,
Calm down.
It's kind of crazy how many people that are literally like covering true crime don't even understand how it works. I'm not sure they've ever followed a case from. We saw it was Quentin yesterday. These creators care so much. Don't you remember Betty cussing out the local police in Quentin's case and the protesting and all that? They wanted justice for Quentin so bad, and they weren't arresting Leilani fast enough, and Quentin deserves justice. Well, here we are yesterday on the way to justice at a court hearing, and nobody is paying attention. They're all too worried about the Cajun army.
Exactly. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get it. I'm never going to get it. And all I can do, you guys over here, is I just wanted to address it really quick, but Sebastian Rogers is the side quest. So there's your spoiler alert. But I just wanted to say a few things, because the only thing that I know to do, because Allie and I've talked about this before. I know Allie, I echo Allie's sentiments when I say this. When you see things like this sometimes, and you are part of the true crime content creator community, whatever the fuck that means, but you cover true crime, and you see things like this, it makes you sort of question, what am I doing? Why am I even doing this? Right? What's the point? But I have decided that I'm covering it because it truly does interest me. And I do actually care about getting the victims' stories out there correctly, accurately. I think that it does a disservice, and it's a bit of an injustice when you don't do that. That's just my opinion. I'm not telling anybody else how to run their channel. You do you, boo. I'm going to do me over here. So all I can do, and what I promise that I will do on this channel, is I will be the change that I want to see. I'm not going to address anything, any of this shenanigans. I really, it's sad, it's unfortunate, but you know what? It is the way it is. And me and Allie will just keep being me and Allie, and doing our thing over here. And there's a lot of good content creators, ATS News, Melissa Jade, who am I forgetting? Allie, help me. Obviously, Allie is an excellent creator. Deets on the Streets.
There's so many.
And I will have
when
to
I start
say,
to name them, I forget them. So I feel bad.
Me too. Me too. I feel like I'm leaving people out. There are a lot of really good creators. And sometimes it's a bummer. You have to go through a few ones that might not be so great until you find the ones you like, but you'll get there. So, also, let me hang on a second. Welcome to memberships, Jojo. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. Well, I'm going to get off of my soapbox because, frankly, it doesn't feel that great up here, and I, I just, we're just gonna. All I can tell you is that, like I said, over here, I'm just going to keep doing it how I've always done it. Allie's going to keep, we're just going to do it our way, and like Laverne and Shirley up in this mug. And, that'll be that. And I mean, I can't be worrying about what other people are doing and all that business, because it just gets me down too much. And then it makes me not feel creative. And then I don't want to do anything. So, but I'm coming back. I'm so sorry it's taken me so long. But I do promise you guys, when I am done with this, and it's almost there, part 2, you guys will like it. And I really hope that you like this side quest. It's, I hope you enjoy it. So anyway, all right. Without further ado, let's hold on. I forgot what I'm doing. I forget how to do things sometimes. Here we go.
Hey, oh, my phone rang. I got a call and it booted me, but it just booted my sound.
What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you not hear me?
Okay, because I got a phone call. No, I lost you for like the last 2 minutes because I got a phone
I didn't
call.
say anything important. I
The
just
last
called
minute.
this. I just said that we're going to continue to do it our way, like Laverne and Shirley. You didn't miss anything important.
I
Just
love
made
Laverne and Shirley. That was one of my shows.
Our way,
Freaking
yes,
Rainbow
our way.
had an accident right while we go live in the house. Like, oh my God Almighty, help me.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
no! Hey, before we start though, just really quickly, are y'all getting this rain?
A little bit. Like we had a little bit on and off today, but not.
Really?
Is it bad there?
It's not. It's well, we got a bunch of thunderstorms, and now it's just raining. It's like duck weather, and I just, this is when it happens. Though this is the rainy season for Florida, and we do definitely need the rain. So I'm not going to be too much upset about it, but I don't know. I need some sunshine, man. I'm starting to
too. I need
lose
the
my
warm weather.
I'm looking.
Don't worry, it's almost time.
I know, but I just like to be a little like sun-kissed. I mean, listen, I've been out on seen some things on these beaches, and some of these women, man, oof, it's like leather out there. They look like a whole couch. I mean, it's bad. I'm just like, girl, put some lotion on. You're going to regret this later, but whatever. All right. So without further ado, now I'm going to tell y'all right now, I didn't listen to any of these calls. I made the slides for them. I overlaid them with the missing children's posters. And this time I did zones 3 and 4. But I will tell you this. In each zone that I picked, even though they're not specific to where Sebastian Rogers went missing, he is the first one that pops up. So that was kind of nice to see too. And but anyways, without further ado, I'm going to tell y'all right now
before you press play.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Bendy.
Go ahead.
Whenever I did get the phone call, what did it do to my audio on this end?
Not a damn thing. I didn't hear nothing.
Okay, and it just cuts out, I guess, or
yeah,
it's weird.
Just don't hear you. I know. I always worried about that too. Like, if I'm on a live stream and I answer a call, or are they going to hear my conversation? But no, we didn't hear anything.
I was wondering that too. Well, all I said was, "Well, Rambo just fit in the freaking floor."
Well, sometimes there bees like that, huh, Rambo?
Yes.
All right, now I'm going to tell y'all already, just so you know, you see who's on the screen or whose name is on the screen. There's 3 of these calls back to back. No, wait. Yes, that's right. 3 of these calls back to back. However, we're going to be hearing from old Amy B. We ain't heard from her in a minute, but we're going to hear from her. So,
All right.
here we go. Oh, Jen, you have to get over here to this part. Oh, my goodness. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey,
how are you today?
all right. I just got up. We didn't go to bed till like, I don't know, 7 a.m.
Oh man, you're up all night?
Yeah, it was crazy.
I think, by the way, that thing you had me look up yesterday, I didn't see anything when I looked it up yesterday, like morning, but I think I found it last night.
Oh yeah, that wasn't the one. I saw it on the news. That wasn't the
Okay,
one.
that wasn't it?
Yeah, that wasn't the one I'm looking for.
Okay.
The news totally took that out of. I just saw it. And I had my radio on the channel, and I heard my name, and I was like, oh god. And I walked to the TV, and everybody ran through the windows. I was like, what are they saying? What are they saying? And someone yelled, she's just talking about court or something. And I was like, oh god. I just went back to my bed and was like, I was like, please, people, enough people are obsessed. I don't need more.
Yeah, you have like a fan club, it seems like. Because I was on Facebook last night, and that's where I saw it at, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that's the one that she was looking for.
Yeah, no, it's not that one. So I don't. Since I guess they're not coming this week, I guess I won't find out. But yeah, it's not. They've been knew about that one. It's been like about a month or so. But
Who are they gonna have? Who do they have representing you now? Is it gonna be the same people as before, or somebody different?
no, it doesn't guarantee that. You don't have to have somebody. It's just a request.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the article I read online wasn't very descriptive. It just, I don't remember what the headline was. It just was something about like a request for counsel or something like that.
Yeah. What is the motion? Is it typed or is it written?
So I found one that it's handwritten, looks like by you, but they blocked out, they redacted most of it.
Okay.
So it's like the first sentence is the only thing we have on there.
Okay.
And then there's a typed one. There's a typed one that says basically that like they accepted your request and that's what the hearing is for tomorrow.
That who accepted my request?
I'm guessing the judge.
Okay, so
let me grab one.
okay, I'm
let me grab my Chromebook.
So there's a hearing tomorrow for that. This is where I'm getting all crazy because I don't understand. I can't. The people that tell me stuff here, you know how reliable the communication is here. It gets too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't want to rely on that.
I got my Chromebook. I'm kind of upstairs real quick, so
okay.
Yeah, because I remember, I think last week when we talked, I had seen the thing that said you had a hearing on tomorrow the 5th, but I didn't say what it was for.
But that was for that.
That's what, let me see real quick, because I looked it up last night after I saw the article on Facebook, but I was like so tired I didn't really actually like read it, but I could have sworn the typed one said that that's what it's for tomorrow.
I think that got added on top of the other one, so I might actually be there all day.
Oh man, I don't know. Well, I need some time out, I guess.
Yeah, but it's during my out time.
Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't know
3 o'clock. Didn't you say 3 o'clock?
Yeah, that's what it says. Let me see. Okay, let me see something real quick. Okay. Yeah, the appearance for counsel is set for Wednesday, May 5th at 3 p.m.
Is that for District 15?
Let me see. Yeah, it is.
Okay, then that's why it didn't show up till yesterday then.
Yeah, because when I looked it up yesterday morning, this wasn't on here until like later in the evening my time, like it was like 7 o'clock my time.
Okay, that makes sense. Because the one I didn't go to court when I was crazy that day, that was the other judge, right? We talked about that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Miller or something like that.
Okay, yeah. So this is actually from my judge.
Yeah, Judge Werner. Yeah, he signed it.
Okay, what does he say in there?
Let's see. Okay, so it just says that this is basically a response to the letter they received from you.
What I had sent in the
Request.
letter, the motion?
Yeah, the motion. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. That's why I'm trying to get it all in my head.
They have it listed as a letter, but it's the motion. And
But
they're saying based on the
they redacted the motion, right? So people can't read what's on there.
right, yeah. All
Okay.
you can read on there is just like the first sentence, like it says like your name, that like your request and counsel, and everything else is redacted.
Okay, then that's good on that part. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that they had you can tell they whited everything out. Oh, well, that's good because nobody really needs to know anything about like why or what else is on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one here just says based on your request, they're reappointing the public defender, and then all the codes and things like that. And then the appearance date is tomorrow at 3. Sign
But
and stamp on the 30th.
my request was not reappointing with the public defender.
Yeah, I saw that. So here's where it gets tricky. So you requested a state attorney, right?
Yeah.
I'm 90% sure state attorneys work for the prosecution side.
No,
so
it's not. No, no, it's different here. You have public defenders, and then you have court-appointed state attorneys.
Oh.
Yeah, it's different here. So, for example, Caitlin, my investigator, she works court of defense, and she works as a court-appointed defense investigator, and so does a bunch of attorneys. You see what I'm saying?
Oh. Well, you might want to talk to them about that tomorrow then when you go, because it looks like he signed it as reappointing the public defender.
Okay, well then, because I don't want reappointment of the public defender. I'd rather keep working with Caitlin and them and do it myself.
I would definitely bring that up tomorrow then, because that's what it says on here, and just be like, that's not what I was wanting to do.
But it says it on there plain as day.
Yeah, I know, because I read yours, and this one is different.
You read what?
I read the one that you wrote, because like I said, it's just the first sentence, like in the one that you wrote. Appointment of the state attorney instead of the public defender. But then the response they filed to that is that they're giving you a public defender.
Yeah, well, I don't want that. I'd rather go keep going by myself then.
Yeah. Definitely, I would bring it up tomorrow. Because it doesn't say anything on here about, like, who they're, like, appointing to you.
Can you message Caitlin and tell her that I'm confused about the response, and because I didn't request that, and can she tell me if somebody's going to be there tomorrow?
Yeah. Message, where's she at?
Because that is not even what the motion was for.
Let me type this up real quick and then I'll send it out to her.
Okay. Because I don't want to lose Caitlin. That's my investigator right now. You see what I'm saying? Yeah,
and that's what I was wondering too, because I didn't know, like, if they were going to reappoint, like, a public defender, if they would let you keep her or not, because, it doesn't say anything on here about that, and that would suck, because she seems like she's really, like, she's helpful, and
she's already got all my, like, information stuff.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, shoot, I've got more done with them than anyone.
You want me to ask if she'll be there tomorrow?
No, if Josh will be there tomorrow.
Okay.
Because that's who my question would have to be asked to, I guess.
I just sent it out. So hopefully, she usually gets back pretty quickly, so
yeah.
Hopefully she'll get back pretty soon. Yes, I don't see anything. Let me see, there's something else on. Oh no, it's the same thing. Okay. Yeah, like the motion thing, or the thing they sent, the thing with the judge wrote up, basically, it's really short and sweet and doesn't really have a whole lot of information with it. It's like one page.
But it just says this reappointment. That's it, really, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah. She said that Josh is going to be there tomorrow for you, yes. and she said that she doesn't know about. She said she didn't know about like the response, but it's like right here. I'm gonna tell her to look this up online so she can see it.
Can you tell her to please look that up online, because that's not what I asked for in that motion.
Yeah, I'm telling her to.
And they're in trial this week, so I don't have a way to ask him a question about that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like just show up tomorrow and not be like, you understand?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'll have to sit there all day and wait because they'll pick me up tomorrow morning.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm telling her to go look where I'm looking because everything's on here.
Yeah, just make sure you let her know, because I'm saying that's not what I put in the motion. That I'd rather stay pro se.
Yeah, I was looking at it right now, and that you and I are both kind of confused about it because like I said, I could see yours, but I can only see the first sentence of what you wrote. Everything else is redacted, and then the following after that is theirs. Okay, she's typing back right now. Oh, she's typing. I love the thing about the iPhone. Someone else's iPhone.
You can see their typing.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I got the invoice for the books I heard you. They should be there on the 10th.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm over here freaked out about this because I put it as plain as day that it was. If not, then I wanted to stay back, per se. So I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose her as an investigator right now because she's going to go get that stuff. She's got you know what I mean? I trust her.
Yeah. I was going to ask if she ever did that trip that she was supposed to go on yet.
Yeah, she's been planning on it. It's just that she was waiting on. I told her don't go May. May's not a good time to go because you got all the bite weeks and stuff like that. And then going to Mexico in May,
Hey, tomorrow's Cinco de Mayo. I just realized
that. I know. It's probably better for her to wait till the fall to do both.
Yeah.
At least, after school starts back for most places and stuff like that. She didn't want to go to the beach when she was like, I don't want to go when it's scorching hot. I was like, well, darn, you better wait till October.
Okay, so she messaged me back. She said, okay, gotcha. She said it's a bit of a confusing process that will involve some further discussion tomorrow. And she said it's probably best if we don't speak about it on the recorded calls.
Okay.
So I just said, okay, thank you. So, okay, so let's
I know someone's there, you know what I mean? That was my main concern, that I'm freaking out because I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. Well, Drew's going to be there because that'll be helpful.
What now?
It's good that Josh will be there tomorrow because that'll be helpful.
Yeah, because he already knows what I have written in there. We had already talked about it, so.
Yeah, this will be interesting. I think hopefully I can get in through WebEx tomorrow so I can sit in and see what's going on. Hopefully. People don't screen share through at one time.
So that's the only court tomorrow is at 3. That's it. That's showing up.
That's the only one that I saw. Let me go back and double check because I have to look at a different spot for the other times. Let's see. That's the one I see on this page. Were you supposed to have another one, or?
No. I'm just making sure because I ask these people stuff around here and they be telling me stuff and I'm like, what? And then it don't even make sense.
Yeah, that's like when I called them that one day and they flat out told me twice, our communication here is really terrible. That's awesome that you're aware of that and you're not fixing it.
Yeah. So
you have 1 minute remaining.
All right. Well, it's gonna hang up then. I guess tomorrow I'll be there and I'm just gonna be my anxiety just gonna be through the roof.
Well, try to get some rest. Try to think about it. At least you know that Josh will be there, so that's really good.
Yeah.
I'm sure everything will go good tomorrow. But I will keep you in my prayers. I'm sure everything will go well for you tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, we'll say our prayers for you tonight, and I'll try to get on WebEx tomorrow so I can watch you.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know. Tell her. Can you tell her? Okay, I said I'm probably not going. But okay, bye.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you for using Global Telink.
Well, that's 15 minutes. None of us will be getting back. I don't know what else to say to that because it was full of baloney. Look, Tisha, how you gonna say I want to still say pro se? I want to still say pro se. You don't know what you're doing. You don't need to be pro se, idiot. God, she's
Yeah.
Dr. T.
And dude, Amy is totally her secretary. And it's freaking, oh my God. I'm like, I could find so many better things to be doing with my time. What are you doing, lady? What are you doing? I don't get it. I guess like this, remember, this was so high profile. It still is. It's still very high profile. But at the time it was, maybe that's why. I don't know.
Okay. I get communicating with people who have committed crimes to try to understand what they were doing. Like, I'm not even going to be judgy about that. And y'all know I can be quite judgy, but I'm exercising restraint. But I would not be I would not be Tisha Lynn's secretary. I would have that would be a hard no from me. Like, no. What are you doing, Amy? And I'm kind of curious because when she first started coming on the YouTube scene, when she did that interview with Critical K initially, the way that she described the talking between the two of them, right, was very, very different. And I'm not so sure that Amy thought ahead to like maybe people are going to get these calls and actually hear our conversations. So for any of y'all who might be listening now or on the replay or somewhere on down the road, just remember that there are a lot of states that will release jail and prison phone calls. So just careful, or don't be careful.
Yep.
I'm not the boss of anybody. I don't want to tell you your business. It's just something you might want to keep in mind. Yeah,
for real. I swear I've told you this before. I'll say it a million times. I guarantee you they're all listening. Or many of them, most of them. I mean, I would be. If you have calls between me and an inmate, they might not even remember everything. This was a couple years ago.
I would listen too. I'd be like, oh God.
I know.
After listening to like just if I were somebody listening to me, I might only, and it was my calls, I might only listen to me like once. Because I would be like, nah, I'm done. She's just going to clown me the whole time. Thank you. Thank you so much. Barbie's floppy possum. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That was very generous. Thank you. I just, I could only listen. I can't even listen to me back ever. I don't watch my lives back. But whenever now that I'm making these dadgum videos, I have listened to me back and I'm so sick of my voice. I can't even handle it. But I wouldn't listen to me roast I wouldn't listen to somebody roast me repeatedly. I wouldn't. So hold on just a second. I got a cough and I don't want to cough in your ear.
Okay. So she means that we're roasting them and she'd be surprised if they listen to all of this.
I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't if I were going to do it, I would be then if I were going to listen, I would announce myself in the chat and be like, I'd like a link, please. I'd like to come up here and speak. I'd like to defend myself, Your Honor. I'd like to have a chance to cross-examine me. Sidebar,
Hear me out.
Wait. What had happened was, I don't understand. I'm playing games. I got mind control over Tisha Lynn. She'd be like, text that lawyer. I text that lawyer, but I don't press send, you know?
You're so funny. Patricia said, if someone was psyching me on YouTube, you can bet your life I would be listening and taking notes.
I probably would too. I probably would listen to one and then have a report, write a whole report about where you were wrong and how this is, you don't understand. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Who knows? I'd probably take it like I take everything else as a big ass joke, right? And I'd probably clown too. I mean, if you can't laugh at yourself,
Yeah.
what are you even doing with your life? Okay. So now this call is just a quickie. So it's just like a little 2-minute call. Tisha forgot to say something. And then the next call is with Amy, and it's another 15-minute call of gibberish, honestly. But there are a couple of calls in here, and I only know this because I have to listen to the first part of the call and I have to listen to the end of the call in order to know when to split it. And
Yeah.
that's about, listen, I'm not even going to front. This is the behind the scenes, y'all. Because if I listen to it too many times, then I start to get annoyed, and then my jokes aren't really jokes. They're just mean, and I don't want to be mean. So,
Right.
But I will say this, whenever I made that joke about Amy being the secretary, y'all, when Minnie Bindi came, she had those, the press-on nails like you have, Allie, the ones that you get online, but they were super long. And bruh, I told her when she came in, I said, Minnie Bindi, now what are you doing with them nails? First of all, those are a ridiculous length. You can't do nothing with those. You're out here looking like Peter Griffin when he was the secretary. Remember that gif? She died. She was like, oh my God, Mom. Oh, thank you. Barbie's Floppy Possum. Thank you so much. That's very generous. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. But yes, that is that's when I think about that. That's what I think of, is Peter Griffin being the secretary. He was the best secretary. Didn't get shit done, but he was hilarious. What?
I think you got a like a membership or something while we were playing the calls too.
I did. I see. Let's see. Devin became a member. Thank you so much. Barbie's Floppy Possum has been a member for 3 months. Thank you so very much. Shauna, member for 2 months. Glad you're back. I'm glad to be back. Thank you very much. And Nature Rocks Vanessa has been a member for 11 months. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. I do. All right. Should we hear? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the next 2 calls together, because I think they kind of go together, if I remember correctly.
Okay, perfect.
Sound like a plan? Because the first one's only like 2 minutes. All right, here we go.
Yes. Okay.
Hey, I didn't mean to just be okay. Gotta go. Bye. I just freaking out. I'm freaking out because I'd rather you just denied it and then, okay, deny your request. Okay, cool. Then I'll keep doing it.
That's good. I heard you say, like, tell Caitlin I might not be there tomorrow. And I was like, hold on, wait. And then I hung up. So I texted her.
Yeah, I'm not.
And I let her know. And she said,
yeah.
She said that she's going to try to show up there tomorrow if she can, is what she just texted me.
Yeah. But I'm not going to be there, so don't worry.
You're not going?
No, I'm not. That's what I was telling you. I'm not going. That's not. I don't know. That's not what. If you just deny the request. I don't understand why I need to go there. I have to go through all that craziness of people following me and all the people I have to worry about hunting me down, all that stuff. I got to go through all that process. Just deny it. Just to send me there for something I didn't even ask for.
It could be just a misunderstanding though, and if you show up tomorrow and kind of explain what it is that you want, that might help get you what you want, No. Whereas if you don't,
okay.
You don't think?
Yeah, no. Just tell her, don't worry. Please don't worry about it because I'm not going. Thank you.
Okay.
Just tell her I'm not going, and thank you so much.
All right, I'll let her know.
Yeah, I'm not going to put myself in a situation mentally sitting there all day long. Then I got to worry about looking for stuff and hiding out for stuff and all that, just for something I didn't even ask for. So no,
No, I understand. It's a lot of extra unnecessary stress. I get it.
Too much. Then I go into a different mind situation, and I don't like going there. I don't like being in those places because I don't have complete control. You know what I mean?
I get it. What?
You have 60 seconds remaining.
But anyway,
What do you think will happen if like you don't go? Like what happens next? I mean,
I
guess
I want it denied. Then I don't understand. I mean, it's plain as day, and I even had an attorney look over it to see, like, hey, does this make sense? Yes. Okay.
well, just think about it and pray about it. And like I said, I'll be saying my prayers for you too. And
Okay. All right.
just try to get some rest and decompress a little bit.
Yeah. If you don't hear from me in a couple of days, I'm sorry. Okay. You have
Okay.
your
Well,
day. Okay.
please keep in touch if you can. Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I lied. I just want to say something really quick. Letecia, you realize this is a hearing, right? In a trial for which you're charged with murder. It's not an invitation to the 7th grade slumber party where, you're thinking about it and should I RSVP? Gee, I don't know. I mean, I have so many other things to do. No. Ugh, I'm so over her and her bullshit.
Yeah, I know. And Amy, like, then what about the end of that? If you don't hear from me for a couple days, why? Because Amy's pushing you about going? What's the problem, Tisha?
Right.
Like, is that what that was about?
I think that it's dramatics. I didn't get my way. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to face the music. And I'm going to pull some bullshit. I'm sure if we go look at her jail file, she did something, acting a straight fool.
Yeah.
You know how she rolls.
Mm-mm-mm. I'll go look at the file. I'll look at it right now while we listen to that. I'm making a thumbnail right this second while we're
All right.
listening, and I'm
All
done. And so when I get finished, I'll look at the file for these days.
All right. Here we go.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to freak out, and I'm about to freak out, and
What can I do to help?
Oh, I don't know. There's nothing. I don't.
I know there's a lot going on, and a lot of it's really confusing and stressful. I totally get it. But if you just stress yourself out more about it, it won't make anything better, Like, that's something I work on with myself, too. I get stressed out about things really easily and then just keep stressing out about them. But over-stressing yourself won't fix the problem.
Yeah.
So take a couple deep breaths. And like I said, I know you don't want to go tomorrow. I think it would be best if you did. Because, it could go one of two ways, You could get what you want or you might not. But if you don't go, then you know for certain that you won't get what you want.
No, he's already reappointed them. So that means they'll be there.
But that's the thing, on the paperwork, on the thing online, there was nobody's names mentioned. So I don't know if anybody's going to be there or not. If they're going to have to try to figure that part out tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'd rather just stay doing what I'm doing. It's a whole lot better that way because at least I can see stuff and do stuff and ask questions. I get answers. You know what I mean? Like but there's only other one way to fix it, and I just gotta call everybody. I just gotta call everybody today. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't want you to freak out because I'm freaking out for you too. I don't want you to freak out. I know it's a lot to think about. I know there's a lot like riding on this whole situation. But you have to stop and think about, everybody else to think about Harley and stuff like that too,
I don't need to worry about Harley. Harley doesn't care about me.
Do you really think that? I don't think that. I don't think that at all.
I tried to call Caitlin, but I guess they might be in court. I was just going to tell her, like, I'm freaked out. Could somebody please come talk to me for like 10 minutes?
Yeah, she actually just texted me like 5 minutes ago, so she said that she's in trial with Josh today.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they got trial. I just wanted, I'd rather like had someone talk to me first before showing up there, you know what I mean? It would have been
Yeah.
a process.
Well, I mean, if Josh is going to be there tomorrow, do they usually, like in situations like these, do they pick you up and bring you there like right on time, or do they bring you there early so you have like time to talk with him?
You don't have time to talk to anybody. You literally walk in a room and everybody's already there and he's already starting court.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's I didn't know if they gave you time to like kind of prep, or if they just like drug you in and dropped you right in the middle of it. That sucks.
No, I got to go in, I got to get unrestrained and then sit down and restrained again, blah, blah, blah. Because I still have to be restrained when I go to the courthouse.
I didn't know that. Was stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, 'cause like, I mean, Judge Werner seems like he's a nice guy. From what I can tell, like he seems like he's pretty well-rounded.
Fair, yeah, I know. It's not bad. It's just that I'd rather you just denied it. If it's a no, it's a no. I'm okay with it. Except a no, just say no. Okay, cool. You know?
But yeah, like I said, maybe there's some misunderstanding, because I mean, I don't know what you put on your motion, because like I said, I took pretty much all of it offline. Maybe there's something in there that I didn't understand correctly, or
yeah, but he's not gonna. If they redacted it, he's not gonna talk about it in front of people because it's redacted because it's protected.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
And like I told, like I didn't want to even turn it in right now because I'm waiving that hearing.
Yeah, the one that's coming up in what, a week or two? Yeah.
Yeah, and like I didn't even want it talked about now because I'm waiving that hearing.
Did they make you like turn it in when you did, or like?
No, I know they didn't at all. I just said hold on to it until we think the time is right. But like I definitely wanted to waive the hearing. And like I'm not dealing with the public defender's office because they have policies that I don't agree with. I'm not going to deceive the court, like deceiving the court. They want to make up stories and do all this stuff, and I'm not doing that. It's either going to be done the right way or not. Like I'm not being a part of their fiasco that they go down with. They're trying to do this other lady like that in here, and she's like, I'm not going to lie.
I totally understand like how you feel, because I'm not a huge fan of like public defenders either, just based off, things that I've read offline or, in news articles, things like that. I totally get where you're coming from, and I know why you wouldn't want to have them again. So, I mean, look at the first time that you had them.
They never came here. I never once in person had a visit from them. Never.
Yeah, and didn't they try to say like they did, or like they had made attempts or things like that? Like it would have been documented if they did, and like everyone knows that they didn't, because it was mentioned last year because of COVID they couldn't come in or something like that. Yeah. Like visits were restricted because of coronavirus.
But it was their office. They done it. But the thing is, people are doing all this stuff, but you got the vaccine. What's the point of the vaccine? It's like the president going on TV, speaking for the first time this year. Everybody in there, did not step foot 5,000 feet from that place without having the COVID vaccine. But you all sitting in there 10 feet apart with masks. Like, what's the point? Then why get the vaccine? And they gave the vaccine here.
Well, and on top of that too, like, shouldn't they do video visits?
Well, they did, but then the thing about video visits is they wouldn't I could never see anything. How could I see? They wouldn't do any of that. They would just be like, well, you don't really need to see. Yes, I do, because that's the type of learner I am.
Yeah, and
I'm a visual kinesthetic learner,
Everything that they had access to at that time, they should have been giving you access to as well. And the fact that they didn't, I think that says a lot too, because, I mean, they weren't trying to help you get a hold of any paperwork, were they?
No, and they could have communicated with the jail. Then none of that stuff would have been going on about sitting there can't hold a phone, talking to them. If you would have called and asked to speak to the commander, because once he found out about it, he was like in shock, like, oh, whether he really was or not. At least he acted like he was and was like, oh, well, basically, I didn't know that.
I think everyone from the outside, like, I know I could definitely see it. They weren't really working their hardest. Like, I've been saying that for a while. Like, I didn't really think they were really putting much effort into what their job was, you know?
They wouldn't
I
even
don't know
put me
why.
in so they could see that video. When Caitlin came right in.
I like her a lot. Like, she's so nice. Like I said, she texted me about 20 minutes ago or so and said that she was gonna try her best to come in tomorrow so she could be there for you. So like she's putting a lot more effort in the time that you've been working with her than the other people you had with her. And I mean, if she could be there for you tomorrow, like I think that would be good. Her and Josh both. I mean, I know they can't speak for you, but I mean, having somebody there like with you as moral support, that might help, you know.
Do you think you could ask her, is there any way that Josh could call to the jail and like kind of give me like heads up of this, because I'm losing my mind. And I'm
let me put you on
like
speaker.
after I know he's got trial, just say, hey, she knows he's got trial, but just I need to like, because they're not gonna give me that time tomorrow to ask him any questions I have about what in the world.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can make a call for 10 minutes up here after trial or anything? Because they'll take me down and let me talk on the phone.
Okay.
Just please, I'm just losing my mind about this, and I don't take medicine. I don't have any impulse control. I have bad impulse.
Yeah.
And that's the bad part, is the obsessive compulsive and the impulse control that I don't have control of sometimes, and I just. And
all right, I just messaged
stuff starts going on in my head, and I can't, and then I can't function right, and I start losing my mind, and I end up like I was the other day, and I'm trying to prevent that from happening, and.
Well, I think you're doing a good job, because look, you've come really far already. Like you're not freaking out right now. You know, we're actually talking about this a little bit. I messaged Caitlin for you, and I asked her if she could ask Josh to call you today when he could have some free time. That way he can kind of give you an idea of, what to expect tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll wait and see if she does respond here. I mean, I think you're doing well handling this, and I know being under a lot of stress sucks, because I get stressed out super easily. So I know what it's like, but I mean, sometimes you got to take yourself out of that box, especially in a situation like this. This is like super, super, super important, And I don't know.
Because then I'm going to lose all the ability to, they're not going to come in. They're not going to help me. They're going to sit there and, get rid of their time. And I know that's why that stuff was redacted, because there's proof of all the things that they had done that was just against case law.
Caitlin
just looked up case law.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I said I looked up case law and everything, and I read the things, and I was like, no, there's a case that says you can't do this, can't do that, and it was everything that they did to me.
Caitlin messaged me back real quick. She said, A, we can't call into the jail. B, he won't be able to come see her today, unfortunately. And then she said it would just be better for her to come than throw her hands up. Caitlin and I are kind of we're kind of on the same page here. We only want the best for you. And I totally get your side of it. I understand, you don't want to deal with the extra stress if you show up there and it just ends up, them not giving you what it is that you're asking for. But you won't know unless you go.
Don't do this with the other people. I'm not doing that. I'm not going. So that's my decision. I'm not doing it. I'm not going. It's not even what I'm not doing it. I'm not going through that. No, I'm not going. So it's all right.
I understand it. I totally get it, and I think that you can definitely handle yourself on your own. Like, I totally do. I think, if you just want to keep going as you have been with, Caitlin and Josh, I think you'll be just fine doing it that way also. I just want to
So
make
that's
sure
what
you
I
know
want
that.
to do, but he's already appointed them. So now it's like you have to hold another hearing. Like, this is stupid. Like, if you didn't just say no.
That's why I wondered though, like, if so, let's say like if they were to reappoint you, like, public defender, right? Are they going to take Caitlin and Josh away from you?
Yeah, because they are. Yeah, they're state appointed.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's such a shitty situation, and like I hate the fact that there's not much I can do to help. It is driving me insane because I hate it, like, when people are under stress. Like, my heart hurts for you, and I hate that I can't really do much to help.
Okay, well, can you just tell her I said that I really don't care and I'm just not going? And that's my final answer. It's just I want her to know that so they don't have any surprises that I'm not going to be there because I'm not going. I'm done with this.
Yeah, I can let her know.
I'm not dealing with those people anymore. Just tell her I'm not dealing with the PD anymore and I'm not going.
I'll let her know, and I'm sure she'll understand why too. And like I said,
yeah,
I have no doubt in my mind that you'll be able to do fine like you have been. It's just, I don't want anything, well, I mean, I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, if you don't go. I mean, they're probably just going to be like, okay, well, that's it, whatever. And then, like, it never happened, I guess.
That's all they're going to do.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Whether I'm there or not. So what does it matter?
Well, if you get some free time tomorrow, will you try to call me? That way I can, check up on you, make sure you're doing okay. Because I know you're under a lot of stress, and I just want to make sure you're doing okay.
Well, I won't get to come out if I don't go to court, so I'll try to call you the next day.
Okay. Yeah, whenever you have some time, just try to call me. That way I can know that you're doing all right. Like I said, I know there's a lot going on in your world right now, and all I can really do is say prayers for you, but you're going to be able to do some hard prayers for
tell her
me.
just to thank them, and that I'm not going, and just tell her thank you.
Yeah, I will pass it on.
I won't get to talk to her ever again. You know what I mean?
I mean, what do you mean? Because she's still going to be working with you, isn't she?
No, she can't. Once the public defender is appointed back tomorrow, she doesn't work with me anymore. See what I'm saying? So I won't ever get to see her again.
Well, if you don't go in tomorrow, are they going to appoint anybody to you? I don't think
they already did.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
More kerfuffle for Tisha. I'm not going. I'm not doing it, and you can't make me. That I'm doing what I want. Spoiler alert, you got what you wanted, so just shush, Tisha. You got the attorney that you wanted. Josh ended up working on your case. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, MJ, what you doing, girl? Listen, hey, Allie, can you hear me? Because I need help really quick.
Yes.
How do I gift memberships?
Okay, so
can I do it from my phone?
No.
Or do I have to do it from I have to do it from the stream, huh? I have to go to YouTube and do it.
Yes,
I know.
can you hear me?
I remember now. Yeah, I remember now.
But you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, you got to just go into your stream on your YouTube account, and then press the $sign like you're gonna gift them, and when you go to gift them, it's gonna offer to pay for it for you, like first.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna gift memberships, you guys. I was gonna try to be sneaky about it, but I can't because I needed assistance. But I did want to answer, Blanca, I don't know if you're still in here because I haven't seen you comment. The first thing I want to say is that we don't have access to the other creators' anything. We were all, when we stopped working together, the calls were sent separately. So we got a copy and she got a link. We got a link and she got a link. And I'm sorry that it's me, because we got February We got March out in a timely fashion in April, and May has fallen on me, and that is my fault. I had stuff come up, so I'm sorry that you felt like we are sitting on these calls for over a month. But that's my fault, and there isn't anything else I can say than I apologize for that. So we're playing them, and I don't know if you were around when everything when this last batch of calls were sent. In the middle of that, we were also sent a surprise batch of calls, and also and we put those out immediately. But we also talked to the chat on both channels multiple times, and we all sort of came to the conclusion that while we were getting these calls, there were other things that were going on, cases that Allie and I have been covering since the beginning. And one of those was Adam Montgomery's trial. And so we worked in the calls, playing them and commentating and doing commentary over them when we could. But I apologize if you feel like it wasn't in a timely fashion.
Hold on. Because we don't even have all the. No, I'm just saying. We took a little. Yeah, we haven't done calls for a little bit, but for one, we had personal things going on, but that's besides the point. The thing is, we don't have all the calls yet. We don't have all the calls. We only have the rest of this month and June. We're still waiting on the 6 months of video calls, the calls we purchased. We're not just sitting on calls. The only reason we haven't rushed to put these out is because they've been put out. And somebody rushed and broke the agreement and basically put everything out. So we thought, well, we'll just take our time and go through it when we can. And when there are other things going on, like Jen said, Harmony's case and other things that happen, we'll talk about that in between and just hang out and do the calls, in the evenings, a few at a time. So, but no, we don't have all the calls either.
Right. We don't have all the calls. We're waiting. We're still waiting. And we do, Angie. Yes, we're waiting for the video calls. We've, I don't know what's going on with the situation right now. I know that they were behind, and so that may be what the deal is. I'm not sure, but it is what it is. We will be patient. We will wait. We'll keep emailing.
Yeah. You did nothing wrong though, Jen. That's what got me like, hold that upset for a second. You did nothing wrong. The calls, I mean, it is what it is, period. That's the way that we're doing it, and we're still waiting.
Yeah. And the video calls, they will be something. But I'm not going to lie to you. The video calls, the way that Allie and I want to do them is a little different than we've done. No, Blanco, we're not saying that you said that I did anything wrong. Allie's talking to me saying that I didn't do anything wrong. That's what she's saying.
I'm saying she was feeling like,
I feel bad. I feel guilty. I know what she's saying. I feel guilty when a member comes in here and asks a question like that, like I've been, and when I know that I have taken too long of a break, and I feel bad about it. So you can ask anything you want. I mean, I don't.
Exactly.
Nobody's coming at you, babe. Nobody's upset. I'm not upset. I just, I feel bad when I don't get stuff out like I know that I should and can. I get upset with myself, and I feel guilty for not doing that for you guys. That's it. It's not anything that you did. Okay. So everything is fine. I hope you stay. It's cool. Mo, you and I will be brawling later. I'm upset with you. Don't be taking no 18-year month, 732 day hiatus again like that. I've been missing you. You're not upset. We're not upset, Blanca. It's not. No. Listen, you asked the question, babe.
Blanca,
you asked the question. It's fine.
Yeah, and it's fine. You guys can ask anything. It's fair. This has been a totally screwed up situation. I
Yeah.
I couldn't even see your comments. I couldn't see them. My chat wasn't loading, and I just hear Jen like, and I get like, I don't know. I just don't like the way that she was like kind of feeling like she had done something wrong. That was what it was about, but it's all good.
It's all good. All right, now positivity, but later on, Mo, I will be brawling with you. You want to tussle? You just make you pick your poison, Mo. You want the thunder or you want the lightning? All right. So now back to this call. You see how this is going. Leticia's throwing a temper tantrum. She's not gotten her way. So now it's time to throw herself on the floor and have a moment that's going to stretch out from now until eternity because it's her. It's never just a moment. This is just Tisha. But anyway, yeah, now she's having a pout because she want what she's angling to do, if I'm remembering correctly, and it's been a minute since I've looked at her docket and all of her filings and stuff. What if I remember correctly, what she was angling to do to begin with, she got what she wanted, right? She wanted to be pro se because she wanted to have an unfettered look at what the state had against her. She didn't want the attorneys telling her what they had against her. She wanted to know herself because basically she needed time to come up with a story. Let's just call it what it is. Okay. Then you have what she's really, and then now she's gotten what she wanted, but now she recognizes that she's over her head. Listen, Letecia, I can look at a manual to repair a Porsche 911. Okay. I can read it. I can understand the words that are on the page, right? But that does not mean that I'm going to be able to pop the hood and get under there and do anything except wreck shit. Okay. So just because you read some case law, reading, understanding, and applying are all very different things, ma'am. That's why they have lawyers. Because guess what? They went to school to read, understand, and apply. Idiot. See, smart people know what they don't know. So I don't know what she's talking about, but I think which in the end though, she was angling because she wanted to get Josh Tolini to work on her case. She wanted him to be her attorney, but she doesn't understand the process of how that would work because he is he does handle cases like hers of people who are indigent, right? But going about getting somebody like that versus just going straight to the public defender's office is a little bit of a different process. And Letecia they didn't say an immediate yes. So now it's become a huge thing. Now it's tantrum time. So yeah, that's
Well,
what
I don't
happens.
know. I just think it's pretty weird to see like Amy so involved with her case to that level where she's like calling him like that, and you know what I mean? I don't know. It just
Yes.
feels icky and weird. And I do want to say I apologize to Blanket for like if any of my attitude felt like it was directed towards you. Truly it's not. I just know like that's this situation, the way that things happen with the calls was just it's very frustrating and it was really wrong and just wrong. And I'll leave it at that, but I do want to apologize.
Oh,
But
Angie, you didn't defend. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now,
no.
you got to really do something to offend Jen. I am perfectly fine when somebody asks me a question, they're asking because they don't know. And I always assume that they're asking because they actually want to hear my response. And I would much rather be asked a question than have somebody just assume they know my answer. I'd much rather be asked. It's all good. So I hope, and you didn't have to send a super sticker or super chat, Angie, for that. You guys, none of you guys offend me. We really have a really, really great group here. So it's all good.
Yeah. I had
This
something else to say about Letecia in this, but I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
she's crazy, man. She's just, I mean, and I don't mean, I don't like to use that word with her because, of course, she, tried to plead not guilty. Well, she did plead. She was not successful. She's not insane, and she's delusional, but not like in a clinical sense. She has tricked her, and I think it's because she is used to getting her way, because I think on some stuff, people like Letecia tend to sort of bulldoze over people because they're not worth the hassle, right? And so I think that's what she's used to. But I think that that has not served her
That's
clearly.
exactly what it is.
But
That's exactly what
I know
it
what
is.
I was.
Yeah.
There was one thing I caught in there that I wanted to make note of. She said she doesn't have good impulse control. And I actually think she's telling the truth there. Not in the way that she means it, not how she's trying to twist it and manipulate it and make it as an excuse, or it's sort of the way she says things like that. It's almost like it's a justification and an excuse and a threat all rolled into one. Like,
Yeah.
you have to excuse me. I have poor impulse control. That's kind of like how she's saying it. And it's, shut up, Tisha. Ridiculous.
I know. She is ridiculous. Okay, so we're on May 4th to the 8th, right? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna get the jail file while we're on the next call. But yeah,
Yes.
I just do you think that's weird though, how involved she was with her case like that?
I
Like,
do think that I guess
I'm the
maybe
lawyer.
because of the kind of person that I am, maybe because I've been watching too much true crime, but I would be this isn't like a traffic ticket. You know what I mean? This isn't
Yeah.
some misdemeanor pain in the ass thing you're going through. You're on trial for murder. And I feel like we're not seeing all the things. Even if we had all the calls, all the video calls, there's a chunk that we're missing, you guys. We're missing like the letters back and forth between the two of them. This, to me, for us, when we're listening to the calls, it's like Amy came out of nowhere and all of the sudden she's doing all the things, and she's very, for lack of a better word, intimately involved with her case.
With Josh in her case.
Yeah, being the
Sorry.
go-between between a client and an attorney when you are not part of the law firm is, intimately involved.
Yeah.
And I feel
Yeah.
so it feels to us like super duper abrupt. Like, where'd she come from? But clearly they've been communicating on the side for quite some time, and there is an established rapport that we don't know about yet. See, everybody else that's been talking to her, aside from the YouTuber, are all family to her. She's known them, or friends to her that she's known for a really long time. And even the YouTuber is not as involved the way that Amy is. And it's certainly not the way Amy made it seem on Critical Case. She didn't mention none of this, I can assure you, because I paid attention. I listened with both my ears.
Yeah. And like you said, it's a very intimate position. I don't know that I would want anybody there, even if they have known each other for a little longer. It's like still kind of, I don't know. I mean, I guess
It's
it is,
weird.
Tisha can't you're supposed to be able to talk to your attorney no matter what, so even if
Mhm.
it's not regular hours for the phone and stuff like that. So I don't know why you need somebody to
Well, because
relate the messages.
he's not technically her attorney. She's pro se at this point. So he's really
but
only her advisor. So the amount of access that he has to her is different than if he were working on her case directly. Do you see what I'm saying? Which is, oh God. I just said, oh my gosh.
No, but he
Bruh.
should still have some access to her, though. I mean, they are working
He
together.
should. He should. And see, now kind of wondering about all of this because, this is what basically Sarah Boone has wanted. She has wanted an intermediary between her and her attorneys that she can talk to the person on the phone, but she would never be okay with this scenario. This is not what she would settle for. She wants a direct connection and she wants to be able to call her attorney anytime and every time and for them to pick up the phone. And that's been what is the sticking point for Boone, who's not ever going to go on trial. I think her trial's been pushed back to 2085 at this point. Like, I don't even know what's happening with that. But yeah, it's, it makes me uncomfortable because I think it's, first of all, you'll notice that these calls were left in, and you might wonder, well, gee, they're talking about her case, and there's communication between her and, her investigator, which is, would technically be considered privileged conversation, but it's not because it's not a direct conversation. So these two geniuses. This is another problem. See, this is what would bother me too. Like, why are we talking about my case while I'm on a recorded phone call when it's not privileged. It's not an attorney-client call or anybody from my legal team. So of course, if the public requests it, and this is a jail that gives out that kind of information, then it's all going to be on full display for everybody. And thus, here we are. I mean,
thank goodness.
Listen, if Letecia was a genius, we would all be in trouble, but she's clearly not. She just thinks she is. And thus we're all listening to this today. Oh, Mo, you want to see a picture of Letecia? Allie, do you have one, babe? I think I might. Hold on. Let me look. Let me see.
Yeah,
I might have one.
I do, but how do I send it to you? That one I just sent. Well, that's a cartoon. The one I just
You
sent
can't share you're on your phone, huh?
Yeah.
Let me see.
But I'm on my computer too because I'm getting the
Well, if you're on your computer, just add yourself just join the stream and we'll oh shit, I took it away. Oh, maybe I didn't. Hold on. Let me see. I did. Remember when I had the crazy gremlin? I was gonna post that one for Mo, the one where the gremlin's in like all cuckoo-eyed. His eyes are all rolling around. Yeah. I was gonna post that one. But I have it. Here it is. There you go, Mo. There's a current picture of Tisha. Hot, ain't she? Mm-hmm. Girl of your dreams. I'll find one, and then Allie can't. Are you going to share, babe, or what?
I forget. Yeah, I'll do it. But just hold on. How do I do it from my? What would I do? Let me forward the link to my little account I use on the computer. Hold on for my shows, and then I'll just.
There you go. K-Brace. I bet. Look what K-Brace up. I bet she thinks that the IQ is when you stand back and read the chart with one eye. Oh my God. Excuse me.
And then I'm going to get the jail files pulled up. I have the file, like my files open, my downloads, but it's on the calls that are, and I don't want to lose the place. So I'm trying to open like a second window with the same thing. You know what I mean? So I keep my place where I'm at for the calls.
I don't remember if I saw that, Blanca. I have to look at that. I don't think so. I don't think I saw the hospital footage. Blanca said, "Hey guys, quick question. Did you guys see the hospital footage? I think the docket put it out a while back." I don't remember that. But let me just be honest. I have had to clear some space up in the noggin. And so there's been some stuff that's been overwritten. Because quite honestly, listen, I will not remember what I ate yesterday or what I came into the room for, that's fine. I'm fine with not knowing that stuff. But the day I start forgetting song lyrics or movie references, it's going to be trouble. So there you go.
Wait.
Don't
hold on.
unmute yourself. Stay talking. Okay. All right. Now talk on this one. Now you're good. I will put you backstage. So unmute this one and we should be good.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. Let me see here. Present. I got two pictures right here ready, but
Oh, perfect.
sure. I think I
You're
could
a
have actually stayed
lifesaver.
backstage. Do you know that? I think I could have stayed backstage on this
Oh, and I could have
and
just
just
added your, yeah, I could have
my
just added your
screen. Yep.
phone. Do you want me to do that instead?
Or just- No, it's okay. I'll just switch back in
Okay.
a second, but
Okay.
I can hit my
Oh,
headphones. are
thank you
freaking
so
out.
much, Melissa. Welcome. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Okay,
Also, I
let's
wanted to
see,
tell
share.
you guys the song to the intro is called Live a Lie. I felt like that was appropriate.
There she
All right,
is
here
in
we
all her
go.
glory.
Here you go, Mo, the girl of your
Most-
dreams. Dun, dun, dun. There you go.
I'm going to stay on my computer, actually, Jen.
Okay, perfect. She's gone from green, or she's gone from orange, so pumpkin orange, to split pea green. So there you go. And
And wait, I got one more. Hold up.
okay,
There you go.
this is when she was
I
still
should have done
a little thinner.
this turtle suit.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja
Anyway.
Turtle suit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are y'all ready? Let's get back to this. I don't know. I think I'm good for like this next call. And then maybe,
Okay, and I'll
because,
get
okay. Well, let me tell you. Yeah. Because, so after May 4th, she doesn't talk to anybody, like she said, for 2 days. The calls don't pick up again until the 6th. And then there's 2 calls on the 6th. And then there's 2 calls on the 8th. And then nothing until like May 10th, if I remember correctly. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel bad because we talked a lot and hardly got through any calls. Maybe what we can do is finish. We'll talk back. We'll talk after this and figure out what we want to do. Are we ready?
Yeah, who is this next one, by the way?
Let me think. Harley.
Okay, and is it 15 minutes? Do you know? Right
Yes,
there.
it is. Yeah, you should be able. Yeah, if you want to go have a cigarette, now's the time. Because is that
No,
just
I was
me?
just
Because
asking
that's what I'm going to be doing.
Okay, no. No, I was only asking because, like, if it was shorter, then maybe you could have played 2 or
No,
whatever.
all of
that
them
kind
are
thing.
long. There's no more. This is why
okay.
May has been such a hard month, because there is an abundance of calls, right? This is,
Mhm.
I think March and May have the most total number of calls. Not only is there a large number of calls, Letecia is making use of her timeout. Faux show. I mean, the calls to
Okay.
Amy on May the 4th were back to back to back. So there's a lot. It's like, and they're long. All right. This one's Harley, I think,
they're
if I
all
remember
long, yeah.
correctly. They're all long. All right,
Okay.
here we go.
Hey,
Hey again.
I was just saying,
This is Amy. My bad.
like, I won't get to see, like, I won't get to talk to her again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't, like I said, they haven't put any names on the
No, it was on the
paper.
news. I'm telling you. That's how I found out. It was already on the news last night that the defendant office had already been 3-pointed, and it showed the picture of the lady and from the police
Oh,
office.
really?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's why I was asking you that, because I was like, I saw it on the news and was like, huh.
Okay, yeah, because I hadn't seen that part. I hadn't seen anything about that. I had just seen the one article on Facebook and then the document on the court website.
Yeah, no, they showed it here. That's why I was trying to get clarification, because I was like, when I heard it, because the radio works with the TV, you know what I mean? And so when I heard it, I was like, huh? I was like, I didn't ask for that. And then I was like, at first I was like, well, maybe they got it wrong, you know? And then as they went into the story, and then I was like, oh, okay, well, then I wanted to stay for a say then. And
what if tomorrow, if you don't go in, it sounds like from what you've seen, they're going to have somebody like appointed to you. What if you go in tomorrow and say, this isn't what I want, like I would just rather act as I have been, and they can just take those people away, that way you don't get stuff with the public defender?
well, he knows that. That's what it said. That's why it's redacted. But he knows that. It's in there, like, I mean, and plain as day is in English. I mean, I don't know any other way to say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't understand why, you know, if you specifically ask for one thing, like why they pick the exact opposite, you know?
Yeah, you can just deny it. That's my thing. Just be like, oh no. I mean, plenty of motions have been denied. Then just say, oh no, motion denied. Okay, cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I said, I think Judge Werner seems like a pretty nice guy and well-rounded. I just wonder what, you know, is he the one that makes that decision? And if so, like what was his thought process behind it at the time? Like, I don't. It's super. It's stressful.
I'm just not going, and I just wanted her to at least know that I appreciate her help, and at least she knows. So, because she's already seen stuff, so she knows. So, I mean, at least I know that, and at least if something was to happen to me, she would know, and you know, another person would know, and at least it would be known public, you know, that you know the truth. So that's all right. At least someone on the outside besides a family member, you know.
Well, I don't want you to do anything silly. You know what I mean? I don't want you to get too stressed out and do anything.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, you never know. I mean, somebody could have a heart attack, stroke, who knows, you know?
Oh, I know. I've actually had 2 strokes. They're not fun.
Yeah.
I hope you don't have one.
Yeah.
But I don't, you know, like
the PD's office is not going to come in, so therefore they're not going to have access to it, because I'm not giving it to them over the WebEx. I'm not, not giving like, oh, here, take all my information and do what you want to do with it. No, I'm not doing that.
See, I don't even know if this one will be on WebEx or not, because it didn't say whether or not it would be.
No, I'm talking about the PD's office when they come in. They come in on WebEx.
Oh.
And everybody can hear you. Yeah. Everybody can hear you in the booth you're in. I could hear people. The dude was charged with armed robbery 3 booths down, and I heard everything he said.
Oh, my. See, how I got in was different. I don't remember how I found the little, like, access code to get in. Like, I got completely different when I found out how to, like, get my way in there.
And, like, you can hear everything. It doesn't, I mean, yeah, it's private in the terms of people can't log in, but all you gotta do is stand in the hallway.
Yeah.
You know, and all that stuff. It's just the point, like, I'd rather just stay by myself, and at least by myself I could have got a lot all day long. At least for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But whatever. As long as she knows, you tell her I said thank you and I'm not going. And I really am not. I know you probably think I change my mind tomorrow, but I'm not. When I put my mind on something and I make it up, I'm not going. You know, and that's just. You know.
I'm the same way. I'm very like hard-headed. Once I've made my mind about something, it does not waver.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
No. Do you think that they're gonna expect you to not show up tomorrow? Like, do you think they think they might do that already, and it might be better to show up to prove them wrong?
No.
That's what I thought about too.
No. There's too much of a just too much mentally. Then I got to go with the fact that it's going to be news and all this for nothing. I'm not doing it. He's already ruled. Leave it alone. Why do I need to go? You know what I mean?
Trust me, I get it. And
Why
I
do I
don't
need
think
to
I'm like
hear
trying
it
to be.
to something you already ruled on? Why
Yeah,
do I need to
no,
hear
like
it?
I understand your thought behind it, and I get it. I hope you don't think I'm trying to be like pushy or anything. I just,
No,
I'm
I
trying to
know.
make sure you got all your bases covered, because I only want, the best for you in the end of all of this, So Caitlin, and so does Josh. I mean, I don't really know much about Josh, but he seems like he's a pretty okay guy.
Yeah.
She said that she would let him know, she was out tomorrow. But I guess he's going to be there tomorrow, and
Okay. You told her I wasn't going.
Yeah, I had messaged her earlier and let her know, and
Okay.
She had told me she thought it would be best if you did, and then I hadn't got to message her back yet because he called me again.
Yeah.
But I can let her know that you don't want to go and kind of explain why. And I think she'll understand. It's a lot of unnecessary stress.
Yeah, and then just tell her if he's already ruled on something, then what am I? Or he's not going to be like, oh, never mind, I changed my mind. You know what I mean?
I mean, the only other thing I could think of, because I'm trying to like cover all the bases here. Could you, if they appointed you a public defender, right? Like, could you be like, well, I don't want them, and then get rid of them? Is that an option?
Yeah, but he already knew I said that. It was already you'd have to be pro se.
Yeah, it's just an extra step.
Yeah, it's just,
it's frustrating. I get it. I'm just trying to like brainstorm here and try to think if there's any way around this for you to make it easier.
Yeah.
Do they know that you want to waive that hearing coming up? Only reason why I'm asking is because like on the news they're making it sound like it's going to happen.
I know. I told Josh, and he said that I just show up on the day of it and just say I'm waiving my hearing.
Oh, okay, that might be what it is then. Yeah, the date might be set for that first day then. Okay, that would make sense.
I mean, I asked that I need to fill out any forms beforehand because it's my right. It's the defendant's right. I've looked at every statute there was, and it's the defendant's right to have it or not, because the defendant is the one that gets, whether or not you can, they can hold you or not. They're going to hold me regardless because it's hearsay. I mean, you can go and say, such and such told me they robbed a bank, and they'd be like, oh, cool, okay. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, yes, I know. Hearsay is, they say you're not supposed to go off of hearsay, but everybody does.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do that at a trial, but like, you can do it for that. So what's the point of that? And then it's just going to be turned into some craziness that don't even make any sense, and you can't even defend yourself. So no.
No, what you said makes sense though. Like why they would have that, because you need to go in and waive it in person. That makes sense. I get that.
Yeah.
So then after that, does it go to trial?
They set a trial date is what Josh said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the bright side to that is that'll kind of bypass through a bunch of unnecessary bullshit, Like, you're not going to sit there and listen to however many hours or days worth of them doing whatever it is that they have to do, when you waive that hearing. And then just kind of get all this other extra BS out of the way and get you to where you need to be.
Yeah.
Do you think that you've got everything you need for, like, when trial rolls around? Do you think you got...
I saw everything, yeah. Yeah, I already know what, I mean, it's just, I don't know.
Well, I can totally understand why,
It just pisses me off because, like, the jail made that thing about law libraries. I'm like, do you know that law libraries on the tablets in here? So it's
oh, really?
Yeah.
So why couldn't they give you access to the law library on the tablet?
I do have it on a tablet.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like they made a point out of something that was not even like, you can log into the law library on the tablet.
Yeah.
It's just dumb stuff, man. Worry about dumb stuff like that, but then it doesn't matter that they have not, done what they were supposed to do,
At least, if there is any silver lining to all of this, at least when it's all said and done, you'll have a really interesting story to tell people,
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it. I try to have a positive spin on things. We've gone through some things that not a lot of other people have gone through, so you'll have an interesting story to share with people. And who knows, it might change the way things go in the future for other people who are in situations like yours, you know.
Yeah.
So this has been a lot of extraness after you know it's gone on for too long, and you know, it kind of gave you a rough hand to work with from the start with the defenders that you had from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, I just want to thank you for all your help in this, no matter what, you know.
You know, I'm always here to help, and like I said, I know I really can't do much, but I try to do what I can, where I can, because, you know, even though you and I have not physically met, I do consider you a very good friend of mine. And I hope you know, like I said, I'm not trying to be pushy or like bossy. I'm just trying to help and brainstorm to see if there's any other things that would work out for you. But whatever you choose to do, like, I mean, I'm supportive of whatever decision you make. I know you can handle yourself, so.
And just remember this: if something was to happen to me, just remember, text Harley in the future. You know, like if I had a stroke or something, who knows? You know, because considering I'm in a wheelchair and didn't know I was in one, whatever. But just tell her green Nike shoe, and Caitlin knows green Nike shoe, and she knows where to find it. It's in a green Nike shoe, and she'll put 2 and 2 together.
Okay, green Nike shoe.
Yeah, it's hidden in the green Nike shoe, and she'll know.
I'll put a little note in my phone that way.
Yeah, just to remember, the phone is in a green Nike shoe. So.
Okay. Well, please just take the rest of today and just try to, I know it's hard, but try to relax. You know, if you got any books to read or any puzzles to do or anything like that, get some paper and draw some doodles or something. You know, just try to find something you can to kind of maybe take your mind off the situation for a little bit. And then, you know, God is always looking out for you. He's looked out for you this far, and he's not going to quit doing it anytime soon.
Oh, I know. And I know I'll go to heaven, so I'm not worried about it.
But don't be talking like that. It's not your time to go yet.
I know, but I'm saying if it was, I'm not worried about it because I know I'll go to heaven. So.
I know, girl. I just, you know, don't stress yourself out to the point of, you know, like having a heart attack or something like that. It's so not worth it. I'm speaking from experience. I've heard that I had a stroke was from stress. It's so not worth it.
Yeah, I know. I'll try not to.
You'll be okay.
I mean, you don't know when you're gonna have a heart attack. That's why I was using that as like you don't know. I mean, shoot. And then I don't know what these people finally get to me in the window. You know what I mean? Then what am I doing then? You know?
Yeah. I mean, just try to think of some, you know, focus on good things. Think about, you know, what, six days from now you'll have 3 new books to read.
Yeah.
I got you all 3 of the ones that you want to read.
Oh, thank you.
So that'll be something to do. Yeah, no, you're welcome. Like I said, I got a gift card for buying the car, and I wasn't going to use it, so I used it to buy you those 3 books. So that'll give you something to do, and that was a passing time for you, and help be a distraction. And then hopefully you'll get the goodie box that the girls and I ordered for you. It's the whole box full of candy.
I know. Thank you. And I'm gonna go because I'm about to lose and I can't break down in front of people. But just make sure you tell her I said thank you, and it was nice to meet her, and I really appreciate all her help. Okay.
I will. Please just take some time to yourself today, and like I said, decompress. Okay.
Okay.
You have 1 minute remaining. Thank you for using Global Telling.
Okay, so there was some confusion in the chat about this green Nike shoe. First of all, I think the green Nike shoe, I think the shoes that she's talking about actually, I think she had on Nikes when she was in the interrogation interview.
Yeah.
And there's like a multicolor. I wouldn't call them green, but whatever. Okay. So remember, Letecia's been saying all this time she has this video and it's on a phone on the and it's on her iCloud. Okay. That's what she's trying to tell Amy. If anything happens to me, there's a phone in the green Nike shoe. Make sure you get that. Shut up, Pelican Brief. There's no, I mean, you might have a phone, but it ain't got what you think. There's no video that's going to exonerate you, ma'am. There isn't. It doesn't exist. But this is the game that she's continuing to play. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That didn't make sense, but that makes sense to me. Okay. I didn't hear if anything ever happens to me. I was like looking at the jail file and taking notes and watching chat, and all I heard was, "There's a phone and a green Nike shoe," and I was like, "What?" So I was like, "What did she say?"
She's ridiculous. She's
That makes
ridiculous. And Melissa said, what ruling has Judge Werner already made? Is she waiving her right to a hearing or just doesn't want to face the music for the lies she has told her family and all of two friends, one being a groupie? So what Letecia is trying to do here, if I'm remembering correctly, is, like I said, she wanted to be pro se because she wanted to get her hands on the evidence that the state had against her. So she could, and I don't think she thought that her attorneys that she had been appointed previously were giving her all of it, like telling her all the things. And that's what she wanted to see it for herself. So she has to make a motion and she decides, there's a conflict, blah, blah, blah. So Judge Werner says, okay, fine, you can be pro se. Well, she's not equipped to be pro se. And so now what she's trying to do is she wants to pick her attorney, essentially. She doesn't want just some random attorney from the public defender's office. And she read somewhere, and she's not wrong. I mean, she read correctly and interpreted it correctly. She's just going about it incorrectly. What she ultimately wants is she does not want a random court-appointed public defender. She wants a Letecia-appointed public defender because she's indigent, so she can't pay for an attorney. So the only time you get to pick your attorney, right, is if you have a private attorney and you're paying for it. What she wants is she wants Josh Tolini to represent her. And she thinks that by this ruling that Judge Werner has made, that prohibits her from that. What she's not understanding, because she's not an attorney, is that this is the process. You have to, once you've decided, once it's been determined that you're indigent, and then that you get a court-appointed attorney, and then you decide you want to go pro se, there's a series of steps that has to take place. When you decide you're pro se and you decide, oh, by the way, this ain't working out like I planned. No, I want to go back. There's another series of steps. And Letecia doesn't want to go through the series of steps. She doesn't want to show up for court. She doesn't want to do any of the things that are required of her. She just wants to snap her fingers and have it done, as if she is at camp. I don't know why the Volturi haven't stepped in at this point and handled all of this for her. I guess she's not doing so good at vampire camp. I don't know what's happening there. But that's basically what's going on. She's basically having a temper tantrum.
Just like she
exactly.
does. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Lil Red has it right here. Lil Red says, I think the easy way to explain is she did not want an attorney appointed from the county office. She wanted a court-appointed attorney in the state level, but they're all court-appointed. But she wanted a specific one. She wanted Josh Tolini, and she ended up. No, indigent is can't afford, can't pay. So, and clearly the Volturi have just washed their hands of her because I haven't heard from them in a month of Sundays. Okay, Allie, what you got, babe?
Here, let me show you. This one, though, I think we looked at when we started May.
Okay.
This was at the April 30th. And this was, remember the person, once they found out who she was, they talked about their hatred for the baby killer. Well, I bring that up because the next one in May is May 26th. I'm trying to be a little bit quiet because Bentley, but you want to read? Can you see it? Do you want to read it? I can zoom if you need me to. This one is May 20th.
Yeah. I'll
okay, and it's May 26th, but it's a similar thing. But okay.
Okay.
I'll when you get to the bottom right here, I'll just scroll.
Okay. I'll tell you when I'm ready. All right. On Wednesday, May 26, 2021, I, Deputy David, blah, 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 was assigned as the shift ward deputy in blank at the El Paso County Jail Criminal Justice Center at this address. At approximately 1550 hours, that would be 350, inmate Letecia Stauch was admitted to blank. She was housed in blank as I was directed. At approximately 1850 hours, 6:15, just prior to serving the dinner meal, I was approached by inmate so-and-so. Inmate blank was visibly upset, physically shaking, and almost crying. She made a statement to the effect of, quote, "How can a monster like that be in general population?" I recognized what was being said and the severity of the situation, even though inmate blank did not say any names. I immediately removed inmate blank from the ward and placed her in the blankety blank blank blank. I had her sit in a chair and I sat across from her. I explained that I knew what she was referring to and told her I was going to do my best to address her concerns. I asked her to follow my line of questions in order to provide clarity on the situation. Inmate blank started to protest and explained she had been part of the community events searching for, quote, "that little boy," and the laying of ribbons. I asked her to be patient and started my questions. She told me she did not know what else to do, and that is why she came directly to me. I'm ready. I asked inmate blank about her charges and if she was guilty of all the charges against her. She said she wasn't. I explained this was part of due process. As she calmed down a little bit more, I continued. I asked if she had moved for the wards in the facility. She said she had. I asked if there was any reason to not provide equal treatment. She said no. This process continued until there was more understanding about why things happen the way they do. Before I returned her to the ward, I asked if she understood. She said she did. I asked if she was going to be okay and not cause any issues. She said she was okay and had no plans to cause any issues. I talked with inmate blank about the legal process and how everyone is given the benefit of being innocent until proven guilty. There was general discussion about the legal system and that we have to let the process work. When she was calm, I returned her to the ward. I notified Heather Stamper in inmate classifications of this incident. I notified Sergeant Bond of the incident. There were no further issues in the ward regarding inmate Stauch during the remainder of my shift. I have nothing further at this time.
So that just shows you, though, it was constantly people were complaining about having to be there with her.
It's interesting, though. You know that?
That's like, yeah, it is. That's
Because I don't
twice
think
in
we,
like less than 30 days.
yeah, but I don't think we like think about that on the jail side and the prison side. Like these are people like us, right? Regular, everyday, go to work, have a job, have family bills, all that, right? And they have to deal with people that commit these crimes while they're awaiting trial in jail, right? But they also have to deal with the people who are angry inside of the jail at the people that are accused of committing, because at this point, Leticia's only accused, are accused of committing these kinds of crimes, and they want to know how she can just be put in general population. That why isn't she locked away from everybody? And for that officer to take the time to explain it to her, is interesting. I've been following that rapper. I might have to talk about that at some point because I've been following.
Wait, he has
the
a
stuff
warrant out for his arrest? Is
yes,
that true?
I don't have to look it up. I've been following this on the Tickety Talks for quite some time. There have been a lot of stories that have leaked over the years, particularly on TikTok, which I was kind of shocked about that they stayed up. Not that they were there, but they stayed up there. And then, so I'm going to look it up. Are you looking it up? You sound like you're
I'm
doing
looking.
something over there. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. I had to go find a place to sit down because I was holding the computer and typing with one hand
What?
standing up.
What?
And so, yeah,
Al,
I was
what are you
typing along,
doing over there, you little lunatic?
all typed up in the chat. Let's see. 5 hours ago. No, about the warrants at his house. 21 hours ago. I don't see anything about warrants for his arrest.
Let me see.
Come on, you're just going to come in here and leave one comment
Come on,
that's
rapper.
like
Come on.
misinformation?
That's not nice.
Why?
Come on. Let me see.
That's like so stupid. I don't know why people do that from chat to chat. You just want to come in and you're not even involved in the conversation and you leave a comment about a case like that's a lie. Funny. I don't know. It's just stupid. Sorry. I'll mute.
Okay. I have found nothing. Not for his arrest. Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, there we go. But I have been following that case. We'll see what happens. I forgot what I was going to say. So should we hear Harley's call? I was thinking, Allie, it's just maybe we can do like let me think. Let me see what it's Harley. Hold on, let me see how much time is left on this. We're at the 46 mark. Harley is, I think this is an hour and 40. So we still have another little less than an hour to go on the calls and it's already 11. So what if you and I come back and finish this up in like at noon over here, and then we do the next round of calls on your channel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't mind. Just however you want to do it. I don't know. Well, like at noon?
Yeah. What do you have
I should
planned
be able
tomorrow?
to do that. I've got Emmy during the day, so it's just been
that's
difficult.
true. But I'll be running the stream.
Right, that's true.
But
okay.
still, that's like a lot
that.
That's a lot to talk about.
Well, and I was thinking about putting that lawsuit out at 5.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Still, because I didn't do it today. But that's okay. I think we could still do it.
Let's do this. So if you want to do that lawsuit at 5, we have about an hour of calls to go. So what if we listen to Harley and then do like an hour of calls before you're live about tomorrow, and then I'll do the redirect from here to your channel at 5, and we'll go over there and talk
that,
about
or we can even come back here tomorrow night and then start on mine the next night if you want.
Okay, let's do that then. We can do that too. Either way, whatever you want to do, because I've missed being live with you guys. I knew that this was going to be a longer live because it's been so long. We haven't talked in a long time. Allie and I, we went the whole week, Allie, and maybe even some days. And that never happens for her and I. We never go that long. I think we go the time between like when you go night and when you wake up. That's the longest we go. We at least check in with each other.
Yes.
once a day at least. Yeah.
We didn't talk like voice to voice.
No, not like we usually do. We usually talk. And I know you're tired and you got to be up early with the kiddos tomorrow. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to end it here because that's right at the 2-hour mark. And then we can do Allie's live at 5. I will be over there with her. We got something, and she's got something. She just graciously allowed me to be part of it that she wants to give you guys a heads up on.
I want you to be part of it.
Well, thank you, babe.
Which Little Red found it, and I want you to be part of it. Yeah.
We need to close out the Letecia chapter of our lives, and that includes all of the things. And so then after that, we'll come back live and finish up the rest of these calls, and then that's how we'll do it. And then sometime in between all of that, the little side quests that I've been on, I'll put out for you guys. I'll just do like an instant premiere or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And you said it was Sebastian Rogers
Yes.
case? Awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So.
Well, this is a
look
new
at
filing.
MK Lynn. Been a
Like, I'm
member
wondering
over
if
here
she's
for
going
13
to.
months. Huh? Thank you, MK. Go ahead. Go ahead,
I'm
Allie.
wondering if she's going to be. I don't know. I got questions, but we'll talk about it tomorrow at 5. Never mind.
Okay.
I'll save it for then. Okay.
Stop it, MK.
All right, Bendy. I'm so glad that you're back.
Me too.
And
Me too. I
yeah,
wasn't
we need to
ever
finish
really
these calls, but
gone. But
well, you haven't been live for a while, night like
I
this.
haven't been live for a while.
I'm glad that we're back to it. But
Me too.
I'm ready for us to get the damn calls. I'm really annoyed over it. It's like, here we are, months and months later. We still. I mean, I don't know.
I wonder
Where are the video?
Bless her heart, if when I think we need to send her a little reminder email, because I'm thinking that she's gotten confused between the June 2021 calls and the video calls that were all the way through June. Do you know what I'm saying? I think maybe she just forgot about us. I know.
It said in the email, like,
I know it's weird. I don't know what's going on, but let's give her the benefit of the doubt and send her a little reminder email. I'll do it. I'll send her a little reminder email tomorrow in the morning, in the AM. I missed all of you guys. And I mean, I was around. I was listening to, I popped in as when I could, and I listened to Ali and ATS, and I popped in around and, all around the tubes. I just didn't chat a whole lot just because I could only stay for like a little while. And thank you, Kay Brace. Thank you for being a member. Keep it up, Jen Lou. Definitely missed you. You got some work to do now. I do. I have a lot of work to do. But yeah, it'll be worth it. I promise. I got to tell you guys, I have made myself learn some new, besides Final Cut Pro. I've messed around a little bit with the Photoshops and with the After Effects. And I might be learning some things. I'm kind of excited about it. So, yeah.
Well, you were already doing really good, so I bet.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I just learned some tricks.
Make it better.
Some tricks. So I'm glad you guys were all here. Thank you all so very much. Ali, thank you for being here. Thank you to the mods. Thanks you guys all for being here. Super supportive. I can't, you guys are great to let me take all that time off and then you're back. And we just fall right back into it like I was never, ever gone. But I will tell you this. I was monkeying around on the internets, and again, the internets remains undefeated. The memes for what's going on with P. Diddy. Hilarious. I love it. I saw one today. Oh my God. I saw one today with Tupac and Biggie. And it's more of a GIF, but they're in the background, and it's Tupac and Biggie be watching Karma Like, and the guy turns to the side and it's like a huge grin. It's, and then there was another one where it's a courtroom and it says R. Kelly when he sees P. Diddy entering the prison or something like that. And it's another person turning around with a cheesy grin. And it's just hilarious. The situation, let me be clear. The memes that are and the GIFs and stuff that are making light of a horrible situation, that is human nature. It is human nature to be like, it's so bad. And the more that comes out, the worse it gets, that you almost cannot take it all in, that you have to find something, a little ray in there. And to know that P. Diddy might be getting some just desserts for the situation and what occurred with Tupac and Biggie, it is what it is. The situation is not funny though, at all. It's serious and it's disgusting if it's true.
I want to know why he hasn't had like why there's no warrant for his arrest yet, because even I was watching like different interviews on like regular news that had like people, FBI agents and stuff, like they do when we watch stuff about regular cases that we watch.
Mhm.
And they were saying usually if there is like a warrant that is done like this with guns, just the way this was done to this degree,
Mhm.
usually it comes along right with an arrest at the same time, and or they expect one right after, but it's pretty far along in the investigation when they do something like this, because they've got to have a good reason, and they
Right.
do have a good reason. It's just
Right.
strange that they
I'm
haven't arrested him
I'm
yet.
I'm wondering if that is because they thought they were going to find one thing when they went there. They were looking for something specific, and then when they got there and they started confiscating things, and now they are going through it. They first of all, it takes a minute to go through all the stuff that they seized, but maybe perhaps they found something else and are now thinking, okay, crap, now we got to, not crap, but there's going to be different charges than they were originally thinking. I don't know. I just was
Right, but
shocked when
that
it
lady
came
that
across. I was like, whoa.
the lady that always, the blonde ex FBI lady that always goes on with Ashley Banfield, she was on like, I don't know, CNN or Fox or one of those stations, and
Mm-hmm.
they asked her, they were like, usually do you guys arrest when you do these warrants, or do you wait and you're like and you're getting evidence and you're going to arrest after, or what? And she's like, this kind of warrant, typically there's an arrest warrant that goes along with it when they're served, because for them to come like to like the way that they did, and that,
Yeah, I mean, that was a
both
full,
men.
like, legit no-knock warrant.
Mm-hmm. So it's really interesting. I wonder if they didn't find what they thought they were going to.
Well, they had to have some type of evidence of probable cause to get the warrant there to raid that house in the first place, particularly with a no-knock warrant.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
Guns
know.
and
I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm watching it. I just keep thinking of something that, Cat Williams also said 2024 is going to be the year when the truth comes out. And I mean, not to the same degree, but have y'all been watching what's going on the TikToks with J-Lo? No, they are dragging her for
No.
filth. They are dragging her for absolute filth over that, over her new documentary or whatever I think she's got on Netflix. People are coming out of the woodwork left and right talking about that's not true. She's not, like Jenny from the block, like she portrays, all the things. They're calling her and reading her for filth. So there's some part of the documentary where she's sitting on like a weight bench, and she takes her hair out and she tousles it around, and she says, when my hair's like this, it reminds me of when I was, just that little girl in the Bronx, Jenny from the block running up and down the block. Do y'all know that they have stitched that with a dog? I think it's either a Pekingese or a Shih Tzu or a Lhasa Apso, but they've got they're the little dog, but they have all that hair around their face, and the dog is shaking shaking its head, and they have it to, they did a really good job because they didn't just like overlay they have the timing right too. And I have watched
Well,
I have watched variations of that tickety talk, and laughed way too damn ass hard.
that okay, when she released that, the it's like a musical, it's a whole thing that's about her
Yeah,
life. But
I'm
anyways, when
me
she
or
did it, she did a
whatever.
bunch of
This is
interviews.
me now, or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Yes. And she was like doing it. She pitched this to several Hollywood companies, Netflix, different places, and nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted to spend their money on the production. So she actually paid for all of it herself, which is pretty crazy and cost her a lot of money. And I don't believe she made back what she put into it what I'm hearing, but
no, I doubt that she did. But let me just say this. The internet is having a field day, and I am here for it. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be straight with you. I've never been a J-Lo fan. I did not like her as Selena. I was upset that she was cast as Selena. I just never cared for her. And now they're coming out with the stuff about Ashanti, that it's not that it's her voice we're hearing, not J-Lo's, just all the things. And I'm not a fan of hers, and so I'm over it. It just makes me laugh though that it's all coming out, and just the creativity. And this is why I get so irritated with humankind, right? Because when you look at TikToks like that, that's good humor, right? That's not cruel or anything. Our capacity for creativity and to make each other laugh and to cheer each other up when we're upset and all that is tremendous. But yet on the flip side of that, we as humans also have a tremendous our ability to be so destructive and hateful to one another also is the same level. And it's just the dichotomy of human beings is just, I get frustrated when I see human beings not using the powers for good. Do you know what I mean? It just, I don't know. It just makes me sad.
Yeah, I do know what you mean. It is sad. I don't know, man. I want to watch her little musical movie thing, though.
Girl, you tell me.
In it.
Ah. Yeah, I remember the last thing that Ben Affleck and J-Lo were in and how that turned out, too. Jiggly, I'm looking at you. Yeah, Jiggly.
What's it called?
Jiggly.
Okay. I never watched it.
Neither did I, because I was like, I had no interest. I had no interest. None at all. And I mean, then they keep playing that. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I'm sure you have, because you guys are messy like I am. But there's this paparazzi caught them out together, and she gets in the car. He holds the door open for her, and the way he shuts that door. Now that is another tickety talk, and they've put that over. They've stitched that with all kinds of stuff, and it's fucking hilarious. It is.
With J-Lo?
Yes.
And him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because there's one like that of Haley and Justin Bieber and Haley, and he slams the door on her.
Oh, geez. Let me tell you something. The internet is super messy when it comes to Haley and Justin and Selena Gomez. Because what they will do, they're all the time trying to compare how Justin looks at Haley versus how he looked at Selena. Y'all, let it go. He done married Haley. They've got a child together. Just let it go. There's not going to be any Bieber Selena reunion. Not anytime soon. Okay. Y'all have got to stop with that. Poor Haley. But yeah. Yeah. The internet has not disappointed, and they are just reading her for J-Lo for absolute filth. And and that she's very, she's not humble. She's mean to people, like big people at restaurants, wait staff, stuff like that. People she considers, beneath her or whatever. It's just, yeah. So, and I don't know what's going on in 2024, but I will tell you another thing that I saw today, which was disheartening for your girl. La Nina is coming, which means more hurricanes.
Oh, no.
I don't understand that, though. They say that every year. More hurricanes, okay. I don't know. I don't know what all. And then I'm waiting to see what this dadgum eclipse does at the beginning of April. So I don't know what the earth, I don't know. I think Mother Nature is like, look, y'all don't know how to act. We tried to introduce you to beings from other planets, and y'all still act like fools. I think we're just going to call it a day, and just everything's just going to shut it down here on planet Earth. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know.
I'm ready for the hot. I know that, but All right, Bendy. Well, thank you for
All right.
having me so much. And
You're
chat,
welcome.
thank you guys for
Thanks
being
for
here.
being here. All right, you guys. I will
And
see everybody tomorrow. Good night. Bye.
bye.